Title: When I asked why she needed new lingerie for a business trip, I said, "Not insecure, just observant." She panicked when she realized I'd called her boss to confirm. There was no conference. Start: I said, "Not insecure, just observant." That line alone was enough to make her flinch. Her hand froze mid-zip on the suitcase. She didn't expect me to notice the black lace folded between suits and blouses. She thought it was subtle, but I'm not the type who misses details. I don't raise my voice, I don't accuse, I calculate. So when I asked why new lingerie was necessary for a 3-day business trip, I wasn't looking for her answer. I was watching her eyes. They darted. She stammered something about confidence and feeling professional. It sounded rehearsed. I smiled, calm, collected, not insecure, just observant. And that was the moment her panic began. We had history, 5 years of it. I loved her like someone protects a secret treasure. The kind of love where you memorize how they take their coffee, where they like to sit in a crowded restaurant, the songs that make them cry. I thought we were unshakable. She was ambitious, sharp, beautiful in ways that weren't just surface deep, or so I believed. We built routines, shared plans, a future mapped out in whispered promises. And yet, the closer we got, the more distant she became. Calls at odd hours, laughter that ended the second I walked into the room, the glow of a phone face down on the table, always silenced. Love doesn't blind you, it softens your edges, but it doesn't erase instinct. Mine screamed louder every day. The lingerie wasn't the first clue. The first was a name, her boss. A man she swore she found irritating, overbearing. Yet his name popped up in messages that weren't exactly professional, subtle phrasing, inside jokes I wasn't part of. I tested her once. I mentioned him casually, watched her stiffen, then cover it with forced laughter. But the lingerie, that was confirmation. So I did what I do best. I verified. While she showered, I called her boss. Direct, no hesitation, just confirming the conference schedule for this week. A pause, confusion on the other end. There's no conference this week. Who told you that? Silence stretched, but my mind was racing, pieces snapping into place. The missing evenings, the guarded phone, the lingerie. There was no conference. There was, however, an affair. I didn't rage, I didn't break anything, I didn't even confront her. Instead, I planned. First, the finances. I separated joint accounts quietly, transferred what was mine, canceled the secondary cards she used under my name. Second, the evidence. I synced her messages to a backup drive. I didn't need them for court, I just needed them for certainty. A paper trail of betrayal, words she could never deny. Third, the exit. I drafted a single message, cold, efficient, final. "We're done, don't come back." I set it to send the moment her flight landed. And finally, the performance. I kissed her goodbye at the airport, smiled as though nothing had cracked inside me. She looked relieved, safe, convinced I was still the blind, trusting man she thought she could manipulate. But I wasn't blind. I was awake. The first cut was financial. Her card stopped working within hours of takeoff. I imagined her swiping at some duty-free shop, confusion settling into dread. The second cut was professional. I forwarded the business trip messages to her boss. Not vindictive, just factual. Dates, times, receipts. Let the man deal with the fallout of his own actions. The third cut was emotional. The breakup text waiting when she landed. No explanations, no arguments, just finality. I pictured her scrolling, heart sinking as reality crystallized. Not just exposed, not just abandoned, strategically dismantled. She called, dozens of times. I didn't answer. When I finally did, it was a single sentence. "You underestimated me." Silence on the line. I could hear her breathing, shaky. She tried to beg, to explain. The same voice that once melted me now sounded hollow. I hung up. Later, I heard from mutual friends. The breakup text spread faster than wildfire. Everyone knew she lied. Her boss was demoted. She lost the relationship, the safety net, the carefully curated image of the perfect partner. all of it gone. She destroyed us with betrayal. I ended her with precision. People ask if I regret it, if I miss her, if I feel lonely. No. Loneliness is loving someone who lies to your face. Regret is investing years in someone who never deserved them. I feel nothing except clarity. Because the truth is, I didn't just walk away. I left her with exactly what she earned: emptiness. And me? I didn't just survive her betrayal. I mastered it.